A function is a pre-written formula that performs calculations automatically. You saw the sum function. Each function has a specific syntax, that is, a set of rules associated with it. This means that when you enter a function in a cell, you need to enter certain predefined arguments for it. On the Formulas tab, in the Function Library group, you can see various icons representing different categories of functions. Date function. The date function requires 3 arguments: year, month, and day. Functions can be entered in 2 ways. The first one is by directly entering the function and its arguments in brackets. Please note that you may enter a function in both capital and small letters. In a cell, type equal to date. As you start typing, a small pop-up box appears from which you can make your selection by double-clicking. Now, in brackets, type the arguments. As you type the open bracket sign, another pop-up box comes up showing the arguments required for this function. Enter the arguments separated by commas and close the bracket. Press Enter to display the result. Function Arguments window. The second way to enter a function is to use the Function Arguments window. This proves more convenient when there are many arguments and the functions are more complex. Let's enter the date function using this window. Click in a cell. Then, on the Formulas tab, in the Function Library group, select Date and Time. Date. In the Function Arguments window, enter the year, month, and day in numeric form and click OK. The date is displayed in the default format. To change the format of the date, on the Home tab, in the Cells group, select Format, Format Cells. In the displayed window, ensure that the date category is selected and click on a suitable format in the type box. Then click OK. Your date is now displayed in the format you specified. Try exploring other date and time functions such as today, now, day, month, and year on your own. If function. The if function is used to check conditions. It returns one value if a specified condition evaluates to true and another value if it evaluates to false. Let's use the if function to assign the result pass or fail to the students in the displayed worksheet. Let's assume that the students need at least 35% marks to pass. Click cell L8. Now enter the formula equal to if into a bracket K8 more than equal to 35, comma, pass, comma, fail, bracket complete, and press enter. The result pass is displayed since this student has a percentage which is greater than 35. The syntax of the if function requires you to specify the condition to be checked first. This should be followed by the action to be taken when the condition is satisfied, and the action to be taken when the condition is not satisfied. Here, we have checked whether the percentage is greater than or equal to 35. If the answer is yes, the result pass should be displayed. If the condition is not specified, that is, the percentage is less than 35, the result fail should be displayed. Note that the words pass and fail must be written within double quotation marks. Now, copy the formula in all the cells of the result column. ifs function, IFS function. Sometimes you may need more than a single if condition. In such a scenario, the ifs function can make things easy. Say you want to assign grades to the students based on their percentage marks as follows. If percentage is greater than or equal to 80, A plus grade. If percentage is greater than 75 but less than 80, A grade. If percentage is greater than 60 but less than 75, B grade. If percentage is greater than 50 but less than 60, C grade. If percentage is greater than 35 but less than 50, pass grade. All others fail. Here, there are a lot of conditions to be checked. But don't worry, the ifs function makes it quite simple. Click cell L8 and enter the formula as equal to ifs into bracket K8 more than equal to 80 A plus, comma, K8 more than equal to 75 A, K8 more than equal to 60 B, K8 more than equal to 50 C, K8 more than equal to 35 pass, true, fail, bracket complete. Press enter to see the grade. Copy the formula to the rest of the cells. Did you understand how the formula was created? The first part is checking the condition for grade A+. If that condition is not satisfied, the next condition is checked, and so on. At the end, true, fail is added to ensure that Excel returns the value fail in case none of the previous conditions in the ifs function is satisfied. Copying formula values. When formulas are based on values in other cells, the results adjust as per changes in those cells. But what happens when those cells are deleted? You get formula errors. Let's see how to avoid such errors. The total percent and grade columns in this worksheet are based on the marks in the subject columns. Now, you want to display only the last 3 columns without displaying individual marks. If you directly delete the columns containing the marks, you will get formula errors. There is a way to resolve this issue. First, let's click the Undo button on the Quick Access toolbar. Now, select the cells containing formulas in the total column. Press Ctrl+C to copy them. Keeping these cells selected, on the Home tab, in the Clipboard group, click the down arrow under the Paste icon. Under Paste Values, select the Values option. This copies the resultant values of the formulas instead of the formulas themselves. Press Escape and click outside the selection. Now click some cells in the total column and check the contents in the formula bar. You can see that the formula bar displays actual values instead of formulas. Now, you can go ahead and delete the columns with marks details. The last 3 columns are displayed correctly, since there are no formulas that reference the deleted cells. Thus, if you want to remove the dependency of cells on other cells, you can use the copy command along with the paste values command. Insert function icon. The insert function icon on the formulas tab can help you search for functions you need and to create formulas. Say you want a function that will give you the average of a set of numbers. In the search box at the top of the insert function window, type the word average and click Go. In the Select a Function box, the names of all functions related to averages are displayed. Select the one you need and click OK. The function arguments window is displayed, and you can continue with the creation of your formula. len function. Len function. In Excel, the len function returns the length, that is, the number of characters in a group of characters. The group may be a word or a phrase and may include letters, numerals, symbols, and punctuation marks. The blank spaces between characters are also counted as characters. The displayed worksheet contains a list of words. Let's find the length of each of them. Click cell B2. Now type the function equal to len and in brackets type the cell containing the text, that is A2. Press enter. The length of the text is displayed. Drag the fill handle downwards to copy the formula to the other cells. Now you have the lengths of all the words. Lower, upper, proper functions. When textual data is copied into an Excel spreadsheet, sometimes the words may have incorrect capitalization. You can correct this using different text functions. The lower function is used to convert the text in a cell to lowercase, that is, small letters. Enter some text in cell B2 in capital letters, say Microsoft Excel. Now to display the contents of this cell in lowercase, click B4 and then type equal to lower into bracket B2 bracket complete. Press enter. Your words are displayed in the lowercase now. Next, let's display these words in proper case. That is, the first letter of each word in uppercase and the rest in lowercase. Click cell B6, type equal to proper into bracket B2 bracket complete and press enter. To display the words once again in uppercase, click cell B8, type equal to upper into bracket B6 bracket complete and press enter. In this way, you can change the capitalization of text in your worksheet. SUMIF function. SUMIF function. The SUMIF function is used to add up the values in cells in a selected range that meet certain criteria. The worksheet displayed contains a list of employees with their departments and monthly salaries. Now, we want to calculate the total salaries received by the employees of each department. Let's start with the accounts department. Click in cell H9 and then on the formulas tab in the function library group, select Math and Trig, SUMIF. In the function arguments window, click in the range box and type B2:B21. Since this is the range we will match our search criteria with. In the criteria box, type ACC, since this is what we want to search for. In the sum_range box, type C2:C21. Since this contains the actual values to be summed, click OK. The total salary of the accounts department is now displayed. Calculate the total salary of the other departments in a similar way. COUNTIF function. The COUNTIF function is used to count the number of cells in a selected range that meet the specified criteria. In this worksheet, we want to calculate the number of employees in each department. Let's start with the accounts department. Basically, we have to count the number of cells containing the word ACC. The syntax of the COUNTIF function is equal to COUNTIF, COUNTIF, into bracket range, comma, criteria, bracket complete. So, click in cell H9 and type equal to countif and in brackets type B2 colon B21. Since this is the range of cells we'll be checking, type a comma followed by the criteria ACC in quotes. Close the brackets and press enter. Here you are. The number of employees in the accounts department is displayed. Now, calculate the employees in the other departments in a similar way. Count, count A, count blank functions. Count, count A, count blank functions. There are some other useful functions related to counting. The count function is used to count the number of numerical non-blank entries in a range of cells. The count A function, also called the count all function, is used to count the number of all non-blank entries in a range of cells. The count blank function is used to count the number of blank cells in a range. Let's see the result of each of them in the cell range B1 to B20. In cell F2, type the formula equal to count into bracket B1 colon B20 bracket complete. In cell F4, type the formula equal to count A into bracket B1 colon B20 bracket complete. In cell F6, type the formula equal to count blank into bracket B1 colon B20 bracket complete. So, you can see that this range contains 14 numerical entries, 18 total entries and 2 blank cells. Text join function. The text join function allows you to join 2 or more text strings together with each value separated by a delimiter. This worksheet contains the name and address details of various suppliers. You can use the text join function to combine the text in the different columns into a single one with a separator between each piece of data. You can see that there are some blank fields in this data. Type the formula in cell H2 equal to text join, open parenthesis, comma, and a space within quotes, comma, true, comma, and then the cell range B2, G2 followed by the close parenthesis. Here, the delimiter is specified as a comma followed by a space. This will be inserted between each cell value. The true argument ensures that no blank spaces are left when there is missing data. Copy the formula down the column. You get the name and address data in a single column with a comma separating the fields. Switch function. The switch function compares a value to a list of values and returns the corresponding result. In this worksheet, you want to display the day number against the weekday. For example, Monday is day 1, Tuesday is day 2, and so on. If it is not a valid weekday, you want to display the text not a weekday. In cell C2, enter the formula as equal to switch into bracket B2 Monday, comma 1, comma Tuesday, comma 2, comma Wednesday, comma 3, comma Thursday, comma 4, comma Friday, comma 5, comma Saturday, comma 6, comma Sunday, comma 7, comma not a weekday, exclamation, bracket complete, and press Enter. The correct day number is displayed. Copy the formula down the column. The last argument in the formula is used to specify the text to be displayed when there is no matching value. You can see that since holiday was not specified in the list of values, the text "not a weekday" is displayed. Lookup and reference functions. The lookup and reference icon on the Formulas tab is used to insert various functions that return values by looking them up in the reference tables. The displayed worksheet shows a list of employees with their department codes. Now, we want to display the department names based on the lookup table at the right. We shall use the VLOOKUP function for this. Please note that the first column of the lookup table must be sorted in ascending order. Click the first cell below the heading Department Name, that is cell C2. On the Formulas tab, in the Function Library group, select Lookup and Reference, VLOOKUP. The VLOOKUP function searches the first column of a range of cells and then returns a value from any cell on the same row of the range. In the Function Arguments window, you can see that this function requires 4 arguments. In the lookup_value box, you need to specify which value you are going to search for in the lookup table. So, click cell B2 since this contains the department code. Now click the table_array box. Here, you need to specify the range of cells which contain the reference values, that is, the lookup table. Drag over cells G2 to H4. This range appears in the table_array box. We need to change the range to an absolute 1 since we require the same range when we copy this function later in all cells of the department name column. So, type $G, $2, $H, $4 in the table_array box. Now click in the call_index_num box. Here, you need to specify the column number of the lookup table from which you wish to return data. Since the department name is the second column, enter 2. Entry in the range_lookup box is optional. The default is false. This means that you are looking for exact matches for your department codes in the lookup table. So, let's leave it blank and click OK. The correct department name has appeared for the first employee. Drag the fill handle downwards till the last employee to display the department names for the rest of the employees. Approximate match. In the displayed worksheet, all fruits have the alphabet F followed by a number in the first column. Vegetables, on the other hand, have the alphabet V followed by a number. The VLOOKUP function has been used to search for approximate matches. In this case, the fourth argument, that is, range-lookup, must be set to true. As you can see, all entries beginning with F in the main table have been matched with F in the lookup table. Also, the V entries have been matched similarly. HLOOKUP function. The HLOOKUP function is similar to VLOOKUP. The difference is that it horizontally searches, that is, left to right, the topmost row of a lookup table until it locates a value that matches or nearly matches the one that you are looking up. Excel offers many more useful functions. Do explore them.